Yo, what it is, everybody, and thanks for tuning back in here to another episode here on the Speedbug channel. We got the part 3 episode here of my neighbor's Grom ski number 3 here coming out. So, as you can see, as a recap of what we've already done to this bike, let me come over here and walk on over to it. Put obviously the extended swing arm on it. He only wanted a few inches. We had it at 6 before. He didn't like it, so we moved it back up about 3 inches. We got his rear set's powder coated black, so it kind of goes with his theme. Got his foot pegs. He lost one of the ball bearings for these, so that's why I haven't put the rear pegs on. Obviously, we got this black. We got his rims painted red. LEDs. He's got pro taper bars. He's got some sporty mirrors since he likes his mirrors. Some nice rigid, nice anodized aluminum black and red levers. He did end up going with the color matched fairing. So as you guys probably saw the bike from before, remember this was black and this was white. So he didn't like that, so he went ahead and just bought the pieces for that to obviously upgrade that. Really not an upgrade, just change the color, just an aesthetics piece. Obviously the Donnelly Racing dual exhaust. Sweet integrated tail light, hid the license plate. And that's pretty much where we're at, you know, for right now. Of course, the intake and just a few other small aesthetic mods that I've done. So what we got going on today, so let's come on over. We got a nice LED kit that we're gonna throw here on the bike to get his bike, you know, flickering and gristling like he's driving a little Mario Kart. And we got a big under fairing. Make it kind of look more like that crotch rocket. That's what he wanted. So we got that color matched here in red. And we're going to go ahead and get those things mounted up. So obviously I'm not going to probably show you how to, you know, put all of the LEDs in or anything like that, because you guys kind of saw that already with my Grom. It's double-sided tape. They go to a controller, which here's the controller, and then they link to a battery. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I don't think you guys really need to know how to do that. If you want to know how to do that on this one, obviously just watch the video when I did it here to my Grom. But I will do some fitments and some quick glimpses of putting the under fairing on. So it goes down and it covers all the way under here, just like a traditional style crotch rocket. And we're going to put lights in that fairing as well. So obviously we run everything centralized. The battery is right here. We'll put the controller here and we'll run all the wires directly into the controller. But that'll pretty much do it. So let's get this show rolling. All right, so now that we have the bike pretty much stripped down, you guys can see the new fairing that is going to go on the bike. But just to put this thing on, because you have to replace a lot of body panels, look at how much shit you actually have to take off this thing. I mean, pretty much the whole bike has to come completely stripped down. So, I mean, it is what it is. That's what you got to do. So we're going to go ahead and start to put this on. And I figured I would show you guys some of the parts that you have to do to take this off. So let's get this thing up and rolling. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's fast forward here a couple hours, putting this all back on. We ran into some fitment issues and such like that because this fairing actually requires you to utilize that brand's rear sets and shifter linkage for it to work. So therefore, it did not work, and I had to modify it. Just make a couple incisions and some trims, and obviously I got it all on. So here is the finished product, and of course I threw in all of the lights. Here we go. As you can see, we got the stretched Grom, we got the lower fairing on to kind of make it look like a crotch rocket, and of course all the lights inside. Right now we got it on a Christmas tree setting, but of course we can change it to any color we want. So I think he'll be really happy with this, and I think it turned out pretty cool. Pretty little dope for a little Grom. So just finished up, and I'm gonna go deliver it obviously to the customer. So I think that's gonna wrap it up here for his Grom. We'll go ahead and throw his rear sets on because now he's got his bearings, and that'll pretty much finish it up. So that's gonna rip it up for today's video. If you guys like what you saw, Facebook, Instagram at the Speedbug, same name. Here's YouTube. Don't forget to smash the like button if you liked it, and we will check you here for another episode here on the Speedbug channel. Deuces, y'all.